Hey guys, it's Shaylin again, and I'm back with my last two tips on how to be successful in college. This is actually going to be my last video because I'm going to combine tips 5 and 6 in this video. And of course, you can find my introduction video on my YouTube channel, but I'll do a little mini introduction again. So I am 23 years old. I just graduated in August from UTA with my bachelor's degree in business management and business marketing. I have still not found a job, which is actually super frustrating. I've been applying. I think I've applied for over 100 jobs now, and I still haven't got a job. And I've actually made it to final round interviews quite a bit. So I don't know what's going on. Anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and jump into these tips, and then I'll talk a little bit more about what my channel is going to be about now, after my tips. So tip number 5 is going to be pay attention and organize your notes in class. I can't stress paying attention in class enough because there's so many college students whenever you're in actual, like, the lecture hall that are doing so many things, playing video games, watching movies, just reading books. They're not actually paying attention to the teacher. And because I was able to actually discipline myself enough to pay attention for the hour and 20-minute long classes, I feel like it did help me have a little bit of a leg up, especially when it came to tests. People are always asking, well, how did you make an 80? I thought it was such a hard test. And I was like, well, most of it, he literally spoke about in class. And sometimes in class, he would say, this part's going to be on the test, but no one was paying attention. And I was able to make those notes in class. So I just stress that. Just pay attention in class and organize your notes a little bit better. So for me in particular, what I would do, I would take notes every single class. I take notes. And at the end, right before we were going to take an exam, I would print off the study guide or look it up on my laptop, and I would go through and I would highlight everything on the study guide. And then I would go back through and make a section in my notes in that class section. And I would say exam 1 notes. And I would write down everything that I highlighted that was going to be on the test guide. And if I can find it, I would go back in the book and then I'll write it down for the first time. But for the most part, most of my notes had everything that was going to be on the study guides. And for me, this particularly helps because if your teachers ever decide that they're going to combine your tests, so, exam 2 is going to consist of exam 1 and exam 2 material, you can easily go back and see exactly everything that you had on exam 1 from your teacher directly. And so it just helps you be a little bit more prepared because you're able to actually have it already wrote down. So then you just, for exam 2, now every section that they put on the study guide for exam 2 that's going to be from exam 1, you can just rewrite it down and you just move on like that. So that's my little tip. If you want to use it, that would be great. I just never heard of anyone doing it like this, and I feel like it really benefited me, especially with taking 7 classes and so many exams throughout the semester. Sometimes I didn't want to read through all my notes again. And my very last tip number 6, is going to be apply for grants. So I know that a lot of people probably don't qualify for Pell Grants, and if they do, some people didn't even know. I can't remember exactly the income that your parents have to have, but when you first graduate from high school, you can use your parents' incomes. But most people, they don't understand that when you turn 21, you are no longer under your parents. So if you're only making $8,000 a year and you can't afford college and you're paying for college by yourself, go back and try FAFSA again, because it will literally help you so much if you're able to just take a couple $1,000s off. They might not cover for everything. I even had to take out loans, and I came from a very low income family. So just try to get your hand on as many grants as possible. I would check out the websites before you give them all your information. But even on most university websites, there's a section that says scholarship and grants. Go through and look through all the ones that you qualify for. And if you use all my tips before, you should have a good enough GPA to qualify for all of the grants and scholarships on the university website that you go to. So I would just recommend trying to get as far ahead in the game as possible, because there's so many people that actually aren't taking college serious and aren't taking it for real. And if you take my tips and you actually try to be beneficial and learn as much as you possibly can, it will help you. Now, personally, I still haven't found a job. A lot of people are like, oh my gosh, you spent all that time and money and you haven't had a job. It's only been about exactly almost 2 months. I didn't even start looking for jobs until probably a month ago because I wanted to have my alone time and a break between jobs. So I've only been looking for this is my 5th week of looking for a job. I'm not extremely stressed out. Of course, bills are coming at me. But at the same time, I am also kind of pushed to actually use my degree. I went to school for business management. I went to school for business marketing. And I actually have enough experience to work with a couple small businesses and to help them. And so that's what I'm doing right now. It's not much money, of course, but it's something that's holding me over until I'm able to actually find a full-time job. And I'm just going to keep being patient and waiting because I know I went to school and I took school seriously. And hard work pays off. So it's gonna happen, and I can't wait to make that video and say, guys, I finally got a job. Trust me, I'm gonna make that video, and it's gonna be soon. I definitely believe it, so I know it's gonna happen. I am finished with my college tips on how to be successful. If I come up with any tips later on, I will definitely share them that I feel that helped me through college. But honestly, I'm done with college. I don't want to go back right now. So I probably won't remember any that I can actually think of right now. But for my new transition in my channel is going to be about me and about my life and vlogging of my life. I'm not really doing much outside of applying for jobs and working with people's social media. So it's going to be like a little insight to that. And if you're or have any interest in that at all, please subscribe to my channel because it's going to be interesting and you're going to just see the journey of me blossom into this business person, whether I am working in corporate America or if I end up having my own business, whatever route it goes. Maybe I'll do both because I think I'm determined enough to do both. I want to make as much money as possible. I need 7 streams of income to become a millionaire. So this is me, a millionaire in the making at the very beginning. Okay, well, if you do like this content or if anything intrigues you, please subscribe again. And I'm going to go ahead and show you my bloopers for this video. If you